Well, my name is Tom Gillespie, and I only found out 2 years ago, in 2013, that I have lung cancer through working for 20 years at AINS, subsequently BHP, and then various contractors in these works. I actually contracted asbestos after all these years.
What I knew about it, the asbestos, was what I'd come aware that asbestos was very dangerous. It probably made you more conscious of it, you know, from more or less when he found out how dangerous it was. I never thought anything towards myself, but of course with him working in it, you know, you think more about it for him than me.
We found that out through actually biopsy on prostate, and the CAT scan we had for and the biopsy we had for prostate showed up the actual asbestos plaque and the cancer in the lungs.
My name's Annette Gillespie and I'm married to Tom, and I've been diagnosed with mesothelioma. Washing my husband's work clothes, they contained asbestos.
One lung has asbestos, the left lung has asbestos plaque. Also 4 lesions of cancer, which is right next to it, as a matter of fact. Well, we're probably, unfortunately, we're probably like a lot of people. We're a bit carefree about it because, you know, we weren't really aware of the consequences at the time, you know, because the general feeling was that asbestos could take up to 40 years before it showed its face, more or less. So the majority of people didn't look at the immediate future, if you like. They were thinking years down the track.
I think it's a very frightening thing. I didn't think anything of it at the time. Was, you know, work clothes had to be washed, and you just washed them, and you know, you didn't really think a lot about it. You know, they were very dusty, and you know, when you picked him up, there was dust, you know, around, and you just had to move your hands, and there was dust. And when I put him in the washing machine, the water in the washing machine went flat, and we've done that regular over the years until we found out how dangerous asbestos was.
The one aspect of the lung cancer has interfered with my garden. I used to like the garden because I always went out in the garden in the mornings and had to look around the garden and see what I could do in the garden most times. And I played a fair bit of lawn bowls. Now I can't play as much lawn bowls. I find now, even after the 2 years, I find that my breathing is not as good as it used to be.
It's declined a lot. You know, I'm limited of what I can do or bend. You know, I can't bend forward, like to pick something up from the floor in front of me. He helps all the time, you know, he's always there to help with carrying the washing down to the clothesline and putting the clothes on the line and things like that I would have always done. Or, you know, lifting something heavy I can't do. You know, I mean, even to, like, you know, the steel fry pan, I could lift it and wash it up and things like that, you know.
At that particular time, asbestos wasn't a problem. It was never thought of as a problem at that time. That was in the 50s and early 60s. It wasn't really recognised as such. We used to have just an ordinary paper mask that we used on occasions.
Like a lot of times you think it happens to other people, you know, and it doesn't. It happens to everybody. It can happen to anybody.
There's always a possibility, and unfortunately it eventuated, but there's always a possibility, but you're just hoping and keeping your fingers crossed that it's not going to affect you, so to speak. Yeah.
You just don't know if you're both going to be well at the same time, or you're both going to be not feeling so good at the same time.
We're trying not to, for it not to be invasive in our lifestyle, because we've still got a life to live, you know, so you've got to do the best you can.
I hope people, you know, would, if they have been in contact with it, or somebody that they're close to has, you know, to go and have a checkup and see if they are all right.
Audio Jungle.